DJ Doug Pound, everyone. Yes, Doug, if there's a sound that you don't want to hear, he'll be able to play it all night long, I'm sure. That's what I said. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Orson Welles. I'm only here because someone smeared the call sheet and they thought they had invited oil wells. You're welcome, thank you. Tonight we're here to dishonor the oil industry for its unhinged role in all of our lives and deaths, as it were. From our air to our water to extreme weather to our home and health insurance rates rising, they've certainly made a huge impact. Negative, that is. Much like the sedan that slammed into James Dean up in San Luis Obispo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Why not? Why not? What's he going to say about it? And your honorees tonight, or dishonorees, if I might say so myself, and I think I do in a lower, trembling voice, these dishonorees, the oil industry, are represented by these three executives. Boo to all three of them. We have Linda Schill, Ned Worth, and Connor Harvardman.
It's Harvardman.
Obviously, these three may not be from any oil companies you've heard from, but I assure you, all the industry was invited. These are the three that did show up in the depths of their ignorance. You doo-doo heads, you truly royal dum-dums. Well, I thought I would save the mean stuff for later, but I really got into it. Let's introduce our roasters, shall we? We found the targets. Let's find out who'll be taking them on, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready to see these fuckers take on these bastards? Folks, your first roaster has no business being here because his entire species is extinct. Please welcome now Terasaurus the dinosaur.
Orson Welles! What an outfit! Orson Welles, what an outfit! I enjoy a man who can pull off wearing a tablecloth. Always awkward when you show up and you're wearing the same thing as the podium. Okay. It's not about you, though. It's not about you, though. That's right, here I am. I know you're thinking, whoa, a dinosaur, huh? I thought the last living dinosaur was Joe Biden. Is what a lot of people thought. But no, it's Terasaurus. That is my name. A lot of people are like, well, how is it not pterodactyl? Well, I took my wife's last name, is what I did. I was 200 million years ahead of my time. She was a great woman, and she's no longer with us. She died. And then these guys dug her up from her grave and took her bones and liquefied them and used them for fuel. You disgusting human beings. You immoral, you perverts, you necromaniacs, just taking anyone I've ever loved and their bodies and putting them in a stock car and making them go in circles for your own entertainment. You make me sick. Guys, I'm just getting warmed up like the oceans. I'm gonna roast you like 2055 is gonna roast the beaches of Montana. I mean, it's already hot. I said it's already hot. How hot is it? It's so hot, Bianca Censori can't wear clothes. They made up recycling. That's what they said. They talked us into recycling. They said that's a thing you can do. It's not. It doesn't do anything. Like 85% of the plastics we recycle just go back into the trash. I sorted all that trash just for it to go into the trash. It's like making your bed before you go to sleep. It's like brushing your teeth before you eat ass. This guy knows what I'm talking about. Unbelievable, I tell you. Oh, I should have become a politician, but I can't, though, you know. You gotta shake hands, kiss babies. I always get those two mixed up, you know, I tell you. 'Cause if I did, I'd want to stop fracking. Fracking is so bad that in the future, it's a curse word. Oh, what? You guys don't remember Battlestar Galactica? What am I, carbon dating myself? And you guys get us in ways that people don't even realize. The poly blend, the clothing is from oil, all right? The athletic wear, spandex. Hey, you know what spandex and an oil company lawyer have in common? They spend their entire life trying to make some ass look good. Okay, folks, here we go. BP oil spill, BP stands for bad people. 87 days, their oil spill. I haven't seen that much oil spills since P. Diddy's freak off. And you guys do this thing called greenwashing where you pretend that you're actually good for the environment. Yeah, you guys are about as good for Earth as a meteor. Oh, what, too soon? You know what's too soon? Taking all of my relatives, pulling them out of the ground, grinding them up, liquefying them, and then waking me up at 7:30 a.m. by shoving them into a leaf blower. I got a green leaf blower. It's called a broom. One-third of the microplastics in the ocean is from clothing. Fast fashion. One of the biggest culprits is fast fashion. That's where people just wear clothes for a few weeks and then never wear them again. I'm looking at you, babies. Smoke in fog, you get smog. Shit in hell, you get shell. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta get out of here. I'm Jurassic Double Pox.
Terasaurus, ladies and gentlemen. Terry, I would be happy to share with you that once upon a time I actually put a straw in the earth and I drank your milkshake, but I'm afraid it would give you a prehistoric boner. Ladies and gentlemen, your next roaster is a podcaster. Now, in my time, I made quite a side income with my endorsements of wine and films that no one watched and tobacco and whiskey and all kinds of other things that you can see on YouTube for your entertainment. But I never had the chance to live off of funding something like hymns every 30-second on a podcast. Your next roaster is well familiar with that world in the manosphere. Please welcome the podcaster, JD.
What's up, everybody? I'm JD. And Orson had it right. I am a podcaster. I podcast 24/7. Not a white male word wasted. But I'm a lot of other stuff too. I'm a manfluencer. A Christian fundamentalist. UFC Platinum Fight Pass subscriber. As of this morning, an unregistered sex offender. But let me tell you the thing I'm most proud of. I am a pair of nuts full of microplastics! There have been a lot of power couples throughout history. Napoleon and Josephine. Donald and Melania, Adolf and Ava, Jeffrey and was it Ghislaine? Ghislaine? For real. But all those greats do not compare to Polly and Tess, polyurethane and Tess Tickles. Hey, did I mention I'm a pair of nuts full of microplastics? Anywho, I want to have kids someday. And thanks to microplastics, I know that those little ones are going to be chips off the old block. That block being my gnarled, calcified, misshapen nutsack. Oh, by the way, psych, I can't have kids, I'm sterile. So you know what that means, right? Raw Dog City! When you're a micro, bro. You never have to wear a condom because you got a gym hat inside your hog. No, it's more explosions. Real talk, folks. Pregnancy isn't the only disease that microplastics helps prevent. And this might excite you girl bosses out there. Recent studies show that you can have up to 2.5 teaspoons of plastic in your dome. That basically means your brain is laminated. It protects you from any snowflake arguments that use science or empathy. Fuck you, woke mind virus. Yeah, there we go. They're starting to warm up. All right, I wasn't going to talk about this, but when we were in the green room before, I got on my phone and I found an article. An article with real data. Do your own research, folks. This article was from, I wrote it down, notabot.wepromise.whywouldwelie.ru. According to them, microplastics also protect us from everything from COVID to bird flu. That's right. Throw away your N95 masks and rubber gloves. Because you don't need PPE when your PPE's full of microplastics. Yeah! I gotta tell you, I think the ladies are laughing harder than the dudes. All right, just a second, because these three are gonna get it pretty hard tonight. So, little joke, a little fun for my friends. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
D's.
D's who?
Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Please help us protect the people who need it the most. Billionaires, canceled comics, closeted right-wing Republicans. Oh, and by the way, thanks for filling these sweet nuts with microplastics. Just one last thing before I go. If you got plastic in your nuts, but it's soft up top, there is a product I do recommend called Hims. It'll change your life and put a glint in a lady's eye. I'm JD forever!
JD, the podcasting legend. It's time, folks, for your next roaster. As you know, I wasn't able to get up here from the underworld undetected. There was an ancient deity with his own great power, a brother of Hades, as I understand. He's the ruler of the sea, and according to IMDb, his other credits include the Iliad, the Odyssey, Aristophanes' The Birds, and a motion picture where he sponsored a boat that was turned upside down and was very overrated in the 1970s. Please welcome now to the stage the Greek god Poseidon.
Hello, it's wonderful to be here, visiting from the depth of the sea. I do have to tell everyone that I have never seen a roast. We don't have television in the ocean because we would die. So unfortunately, I just heard before the show I asked what a roast was. Also, this is my first time using paper. Red letter day for me. I asked some questions about what is a roast, and they told me that it's mostly hate speech, and so that's what I've got going for me. So yes, I am Poseidon, god of the sea. Maybe you've heard of me from a little book called The Odyssey. It was the infinite jest of its day. And that nobody read it, but we all said how good it was. I am happy to be here. This is a different venue than I'm used to performing. I typically perform at the Apollo. the Apollo. Fucking Philistines, okay? I'm not a fan of oil industries. They're the reason all the plastic is winding up in my kingdom. Although I gotta say, it's not the worst thing you people have ever thrown into our seas. You know, I remember back in the day, Americans used to chuck chained up black people over the side of your ships and make it my problem. And say what you will about plastics, at least they let you watch a movie in peace, huh? Racism, check. Plastics aren't all bad, you know. After all, they do kill turtles. We've seen videos of those stupid fucks with straws up their noses, you know. As much as I hate plastics, I hate amphibians even more. The little switch-hitting bitches, and I don't have time for them. I feel towards amphibians the way the Christian God feels towards bisexuals, which is I don't think they exist, and if they do, they're gonna burn in hell. Thinly veiled queerphobia, check. Of course, you've all heard about the floating island of garbage polluting our precious seas, but there's even 7 bigger patches of garbage out there. That's right, I'm talking about your continents. Yep, fuck them, fuck you for living on them, it's hurtful. My ocean is the birthplace of life, and now you shit all over it. Which reminds me, hey, Dinosaur, how's that evolution working for you, bitch? You suck. Couple million years ago was, look at me, I'm gonna grow legs and walk around, and now look at you, you fucking pussy. Frankly, and I'll say what everyone here is thinking, which is what I've heard comedy is, I'm glad your wife is dead. I hope every night you reach over to where she used to sleep in bed and find nothing but a cold emptiness where your loved ones lie. This guy knows what I'm talking about. All right, be needlessly hurtful, check. As happy as you were when you first drilled oil undersea, I bet when people started protesting you, you were sadder than Priapus at an abortion clinic. Okay, so Priapus is the god of fertility, and so in this she's at an abortion clinic where she would be sad. Do you guys not read the classics anymore? This is bullshit. Okay. I think we can agree that I did a really good job. But I do want to take a moment. I've heard that in addition to mean-spirited roast jokes, there's also a guy named Jimmy Kimmel who will sometimes cry after the end of things. So I'd like to get emotional with you guys right now and say that we've had fun tonight, but I do sincerely hate all 3 of you. I think that you're bad people. I also am not sure how welcome I feel on this set right now. 6-pack rings are not a joke. They killed my family. I did promise the people that put me on this apple box that I am way too big for. I promised them that I wouldn't break any laws. And according to, I guess, whatever ruler you have on this man-made surface, you're not allowed to. But I would say that historically speaking, are 100% more effective than petitions. Here are a few more. Works better than voting. If we all go to prison and themselves, it says. All right, well, with that, unfortunately, odds are I will. But thank you so much for having me. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you. How lucky all of you in the room were to be able to see that set before it was heavily censored for broadcast. I had one question, Poseidon. My octopus teacher, did he fuck the octopus or not? I figured you would know. I'll take my answer off the air. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our next roaster. Are you ready for it? No, you're not. There's no way you could possibly be ready for the pathos you're about to see. Please welcome a duck covered in oil.
Okay, I'm a duck covered in oil, and I don't mind that. Okay, I love that I get to be here, and by the way, I know that my beak looks witch-like, but that's because I'm a woman duck. Okay, I met these absolute rock stars back in 1989 when I was discovered in the Exxon Valdez spill. And I've been flown around on their dime to spills ever since. Okay, so like I said, I'm a duck covered in oil, and I don't mind that. No, the oil, I actually don't mind because I always wanted to be a brunette. Hit it, Doug. Thank you. Okay, and without further ado, okay, let's get to fracking. Okay, a bit of a joke on that. No, I love this stuff. Okay. Well, anyway, so let's be honest, folks. For some honesty for 1 second. A lot of animals did die because of these gorgeous guys and gals that are next to me. But you guys didn't know those animals, and I did. And a lot of them were problematic. There was a really racist duck that died. I think that's awesome. Microplastics, huh? Okay. Microplastics this, microplastics that. How about grow up? How about grow up? Are microplastics horrible, or are they a little gift to the future generations? Microplastics, I think, are actually kind of fabulous. Because you guys see what's going on in the ocean now? You guys, we got turtles wearing one-of-a-kind plastic necklaces. We got sea lions wearing six-pack ring anklets. Oh, okay. We got dolphins wearing industrial disposable gloves as a kind of fun hat. Folks, I look at this, I go, what is this, Paris Fashion Week? So sure, some 11 million metric tons of plastic enter the ocean every year, but I look at that number, and I'm no accountant, but I look at that number, because I'm a duck, I look at that number, and a woman, show some respect. Okay, so, I look at that number, and to myself I think, that is just 11 million metric tons of opportunity to serve cunt. Who's with me? But let's keep it going for these guys, because no, not boo. So, am I making money being here? Is that illegal? Okay, so extreme weather, moving right along. I hear I'm always people are always coming up to me, and they're blaming the oil industry on the extreme weather. But if anything, these absolutely beautiful men and women sitting in front of us are giving the climate an extreme facelift. They're kind of creating unpredictability, sculpting drama. I'm sorry. Let me ask you guys this. Who'd you rather go on a date with? A frumpy librarian that you've been married to for 20 years who goes to bed every night at 8 p.m.? Or a beautiful, unpredictable, sociopathic woman who might get up in the middle of dinner and throw a lamp out the window? I know which one I'm eating out. And by the way, you go, oh, surprise tornado, and I call it a complimentary bulk trash pickup. And how about a chance to redecorate my living room, okay? Give it a new ceiling. I can't tell where I'm looking. Okay. So BP Oil and the PR firm Ogilvy, you could say that again. Sure, they came up with the whole concept of the carbon footprint so that they get to wreak havoc on our planet while you get to feel guilty about not taking the bus to the Americana or whatever. Local reference, they love it. But hey, I beg you, think of it as a gift. Now you got something to be condescending to your mom about when you visit her in San Diego, huh? You get to call your mom a dumb bitch because she refuses to get a Prius. That's pretty cool. Anyway, So if it wasn't for oil companies, where would the ducks even go? What would I even... here's an existential one for you. So I like Jean-Paul's Hart. Okay, here's an existential one. What would I be doing? Hard to imagine, probably swimming around in clean water, no oil, with my children. But now I get to go to Dubai 3 times a week. Have you tried the Dubai chocolate? It's amazing. Anyway, thank you guys so much. These guys fucking rock.
Thank you. A duck covered in oil, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, I can't be the only one who was watching that set with a certain measure of attraction. And I'm not talking about sexuality. I mean that I might like to enjoy a dinner with you at Musso and Frank's, where you're on the menu. You might pair nicely with a chilled glass of Riesling. I'll talk to you afterwards. Let's take our answer off the air. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the penultimate flame you're going to see up here. Please welcome a Southern Breeze.
Hi, y'all. I'm just a sweet Southern breeze, y'all. I did not anticipate being here. I was not looking forward to activism, okay? I was not planning on this. I'm uncomfortable. This is the tackiest damn protest I've ever been to. I'm looking at you, nutsack. Y'all, I am not here for this old company crap. Are you? I'm not here for this old company crap. They are putting chemicals into the air, and everyone thinks because it's the air and it's invisible that it's not impacting us, okay? They think just because they can't drill the air, that what you're doing on the land and sea in coming up to the air and releasing chemicals, I don't know what they're called. I can't pronounce them, okay? My daughter just taught me how to use Google. So I don't know, but I did look it up, and it's some sort of hydrocarbon, I don't know. But what I do know is they're making us sick. They're making you sick too. Just by looking at you, I can tell you are plagued. And not with guilt, which is what you should be plagued over. Look at that duck. I didn't believe in climate change this side of a year ago. I told y'all that. I didn't believe in climate change. Look at me. And now I'm up here giving a sermon, that's right, on climate change, okay? And I know that these execs, you know what they're gonna do after this? After this, meaning the end of the world, they're gonna go crawl into their bunkers is what they're gonna do. Their underground billion-dollar bunkers. They're gonna crawl. What are you gonna do when you come out from underground? Huh?
We have suits.
Oh, you have suits? Well, how are you gonna fuck each other with a suit on is what I wanna know. Sorry for the language, but I did feel the pressure from the other participants to push my limits. And y'all too, y'all should be worried about this too over here in California. I know you love your meditations and your yogi or whatever the hell it's called. I don't know. I'm from the South, I don't know. But what I do know is you're gonna inhale for 6 and hold for the rest of your damn life. Look at her just sitting there. Look at her. You think you're better than me because you're a career woman.
No, you're wind.
Excuse me, what did you call me?
Wind?
I'm a breeze, bitch. Wind my ass. I'm a breeze. Look at her sitting there in that suit. You think you're something else. I bet you don't even know what Talbot's is. What are you wearing, capri pants? Out of fashion. Normally I would add a bless her heart at the end of an insult. What heart? Now look. Some of my wind friends, I'm a breeze, honey, but we talk, okay? Some of them have been radicalized. Helene, do you guys know Helene? My good old friend Helene. I never in all my days thought she would get up to as much trouble as she got up to. But that bitch went ahead and tore up, didn't she? She moved to that tacky-ass state of Florida, hooked up with big oil over here, caused a lot of damage. We had to get her out. But then some of them are just preyed upon, like Santa Ana. Poor Santa Ana called me up the other day, tears streaming down her face. I said, Santa Ana, what happened to you? And she said, I really don't know. I have no memory of it. I woke up and the damage was done. I'm just saying. Look, all I know is that these AHs think that they can ignore the air because we're invisible. Well, look, if you would just harness us, maybe you could get something done. And I'm sure that word triggered you a little bit because you would like to harness me, wouldn't you, little slut bag? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Fuck y'all. That's the first time I've said fuck. Thank y'all so much. Go to hell.
Thank you. Thank you, my sweet love, my love of my life. Yes, indeed, Shelley. Yeah. There she is. Shelley. Shelley, a southern breeze. You know, I didn't realize it at first because I guess your umbrella blew away, but I really enjoyed you in the last season of White Lotus. So are you prepared for your true final roaster of the evening, ladies and gentlemen? And then a rebuttal from the targets of the roast, of course. Your next act here does not need an introduction, but none of the rest of these assholes did, so why should we leave him out? He's an angel who you may say has fallen and he can't get up eternally. He's my landlord in the underworld. You may know him as Hades. If you're in a crowded place, he'll answer to the name Mephistopheles. He receives mail addressed to Beelzebub. And sometimes when he checks into a hotel room, he'll use the name Satan. Please welcome now the devil.
Great to be here. How's everyone doing tonight? Oh man, it's so good I love these guys so much. I've known them for so long. It's truly an honor to be here. I know what you're thinking. Who's this Mexican devil? You've heard of a white devil. There's a few in here. But no, I'm the Mexican devil. You may have known me if you ever swung at a piñata and missed. I was there. If you ever bit into a piece of candy thinking it was sweet but it was spicy, that was me. I killed Selena! No. I love these guys like my own kids. I'm very intimate with each of them. Oh, Connor down at the end. Oof, I'll never forget that time in Cabo San Lucas. Oh man, we had such a good time. We made a mold of his dick. Talk about microplastics. A true devil's threesome. Imagine getting fucked with a mold of your dick. Something to think about. Con man is so terrible with women. The only way he can get a woman hot under the collar is by destroying the Earth's atmosphere and raising the temperature of the Earth. I love you, bud. Now, I do have something cooked up for him in hell. It's true. I'm going to burn him every day in his Cybertruck. The only respite being from a real-life Calvin pissing on him, putting him out at the end of the day. How about that? A real-life Calvin. That's scary if you think about it. Oh, Linda, I love you like a daughter. Ain't she sweet? I love her. She's so sweet. You know, she actually came up with the idea of a carbon footprint, right? Shifting the responsibility from corporations to individuals. That's like when HR says, we have to start putting our name on all of our food in the fridge. We have to stop eating other people's food. There is no we. It's fucking Ronnie, and he won't stop eating my risotto. Something to think about. Look at this ugly dinosaur over here. How about how ugly this dinosaur is, huh?
Let me talk to the director. Where do we find this guy, huh? I was looking up. There's no social media presence. There's no books written about him. He's yet to be discovered, huh? What is he? Anonymous Source Rex? Thank you, Orson. You and me, we're going toe-to-toe with rotisserie chickens after this.
Nice cape, bub.
Honestly, I truly do love these guys, you know. I love them so much. They underwrite hell. Yeah, we've got a lot of new great stuff. I can't wait to see some of you there. We got pickleball courts. We got cold plunges. And then we got Morgan Wallen concerts every night. It's like, it's really cool. So like, don't let them talk you down about that stuff. It's really cool down there. And you guys are all really cool people. I'm so happy to know you, and I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The devil, ladies and gentlemen. If you meet him, have some courtesy, have some sympathy, and some taste. Or he'll repeat the set he just performed tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, the devil. That represents all of our roasters. It's time to hear a rebuttal from the oil executives. Are you ready for it? The men and women of the hour. I would call them three stooges, but I don't think they deserve it. Here's the three splooges, your oil executives. It's all yours. It's all yours.
Okay. All right. My name's Connor Harvardman. And before you ask, no. I went to Princeton, okay? Just kidding. I went to Harvard and changed my name to Harvard Man after. Okay. I want to say that I don't like this. I did not have a good time tonight, and I came here to have a good time. Okay? I thought this would be more like the Martha Stewart roast, where I would meet Snoop Dogg. And I just don't think it was fair, and everybody's ganging up on us. How else? Guys! How else was I supposed to make that much value for shareholders? Huh? You know how much value I made for shareholders? Shut up! You guys are jerks, and I didn't like it anyway. I didn't like it at all. You shit. I went to Harvard.
Boo-hoo.
Look at what you guys did to Connor. Not cool.
Hey, this is a cute little theater you have here. What is the capacity? Like 36? Anyway, I tried to get in dramatics when I was younger, when I was in college, and then I wanted something with more security, so I chose the oil industry. We were called Chuckle Your Seatbelt, was my improv group in college. But I put all that behind me, but tonight, for you guys, I'm gonna try to be a comedian, okay? Let's see here what I've got. All right, here we go. Dinosaur. Hey, they told me you were extinct, but tonight I thought your act stinked. This is fun. I can see what you like, yeah. The devil. Wow, judging from your outfit, 666 is the balance in your checking account. Okay. Because he doesn't have a lot of money. Southern breeze felt more like a northwestern queef to me. Hey, you're a breeze, so why don't you blow me? Was that too far? That feels really too far. But it's fun. I'm enjoying this. Thank you for sitting. The duck covered in oil. Okay, real talk, guys. You can have animals or you can have cars. Like, what do you want? I choose cars, you know? Are you guys gonna all ride a duck home? I don't think so. What even is a duck's place in the ecosystem? Eating bread? Do we need them? Do we need someone to help us eat bread? I submit we do not. All right, and then old-timey radio man, I don't know who you are.
It's Orson. Well, I'm Orson.
I want to say in conclusion that I thought your skits were really, really creative, and I'm sure they will convince all these people to write their congressman or however you complain, and I encourage you to do that and make your voice heard. That's going to be a really exciting change that we'll see soon, I'm sure. I'm going to get off now. Good luck, everybody, with that.
Boo!
Did you boo the boys too? Wow, I am shocked. I honestly had no idea that so many people felt this way about the work that we do. And I think tonight I've learned there are a lot of things that we're gonna take a harder look at and see what kind of changes we can make for you fucking crybabies. What? For real? Come on. Okay, let's see. Orson Welles. My husband wants your autograph. Big fan of the Transformers movies. This guy doesn't like oil? Okay, could have fooled me. Look at him. This guy doesn't eat pussy unless it's deep fried. Okay. All right. Let's see. Who else? Now we got the devil here, because I guess Epstein's ghost was booked. I gotta admit, I am surprised the devil's Mexican. I just thought that was some stuff Trump made up at a party I was at. But he nailed it. He was right. Okay, and the dinosaur, let me guess, you're a herbivore, right? Yeah, you look like it. Honestly, if we could turn our own children into fuel, we would. Believe me, we have teams working on it. Yeah, we're the Pete Davidson of industry. Sure, we're objectively toxic, but I mean, who else is gonna fill you up? We've been winning so hard for so long, honestly, it's boring. At this point, we're just competing to see how much evil shit we can get done. They're like, ah. Okay, but what are you guys gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? It's not like you're gonna find some sort of organization that would sponsor a show like this and go sign up for their mailing list and maybe fucking help get something done. Not like you're gonna band together and become strong as a united force. No, you're not. Prove me wrong. I'm Linda Schill.
That was the oil executives, Connor Harvardman, Ned Worth, and Linda Schill. A real cunt. That's the conclusion of our slick burn roast this evening, ladies and gentlemen. And I'd like to say something before I break for dinner, and then dinner after that, and then a brief supper, and then a soup, and then an after-dinner treat, and then, well, a breakfast dinner. I have to go back to Hades. I live in hell, but maybe you can avoid it for a while. We're tired of you coming down in larger numbers and gentrifying our nice little hellscape. You'll be there soon enough, but you could postpone it a bit so we don't get all 12 billion of you at the same time. So I suggest that you stop letting these pigs run the asylum. Now that's all I've got, folks, and I think that my food might be ready. I put in a DoorDash and had them stop at 4 or 5 places. Is that it? That's it? Thank you and good night, everyone.